Hello, my name is Scherr, and today I am here to give you a persuasive speech encouraging you to not drink and drive. We've all seen commercials on TV at night showing a man or woman describing a time in their life when they or a loved one have had a life-altering experience with drinking and driving. One of these that I recently viewed showed a man in prison telling the story of when he decided to drink and drive and crashed the car he was driving, killing 3 of his friends. I am sure you have seen a commercial similar in one way or another to this one. But do we really listen and take these commercials and what they are saying to heart? This speech will tell you that these commercials are no joke and that drinking and driving is as dangerous as people say it is. First off, we have to ask the question, why do people drink and drive? According to the Alcohol Rehab Guide, the largest group at risk for drinking and driving are those who binge drink or are struggling with an alcohol use disorder. People who binge drink often consume too much alcohol, causing them to have mind-altering effects. One of these effects may be not thinking clearly, causing a person to get into their vehicle and attempt to drive home. These people may often not even know that they are at risk for an accident because they are overly intoxicated. Another reason that people may drink and drive is because they are overly confident in their ability to do so. We have all heard a person say that they drive just fine when they are drunk. This overconfidence in oneself can cause a person to think they are capable of driving while they are intoxicated. Now that you know some of the reasons why people drink and drive, let me tell you about some of the effects drinking alcohol has on the body and in a person's ability to drive a vehicle. According to alcohol.org, typically consuming over 1 beverage per hour leads to intoxication. This intoxication can cause the human body to experience conditions that are abnormal. There are many conditions that are caused by intoxication. The Alcohol Rehab Guide states that some of these conditions are slow reaction time, a lack of coordination, reduced concentration, decreased vision, and an inhibited judgment. These conditions heighten a person's chances of causing a car accident. According to mad.org, a person who has drank alcohol increases their chance of being in an accident by 11 times. Reasons for this are because of the conditions that were stated. An example of an accident caused by slow reaction time is a person having the inability to stop their vehicle in time if a pedestrian is walking across the street. Another example of an accident caused by decreased vision would be driving in the wrong lane of the road and not even knowing that you are doing so, ultimately resulting in a collision or a rollover. Now that you know some of the impairments caused by drinking and how they can affect a person's ability to drive a vehicle safely, let me tell you about some statistics of drinking and driving. Everyone has heard some statistics about drinking and driving, but let me refresh your memory and show you some numbers that may open your eyes. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, every day almost 30 people in the United States die in a drunk driving crash. That's 1 person every 48 minutes in 2017. This statistic shows that drunk driving accidents kill almost 11,000 people each year. Now think, if each one of those people has 2 parents that are still alive, that is 22,000 people that are immediately affected by drinking and driving. Countless people feel the effects of drinking and driving every year. Drinking and driving also cost the United States a great sum of money every year. According to mad.org, drunk drivers cost the United States about $132 billion each year. This money has to be obtained somehow, and the American taxpayers are the main source of income for this debt. Although the drinking and driving may not always affect you firsthand emotionally, it affects everyone financially. Not only does drinking while intoxicated have its own personal consequences, it has a lot of legal consequences as well. There are harsh laws in place against drinking and driving. According to the Alcohol Rehab Guide, federal regulation constitutes a DWI or a DUI as driving with a blood alcohol level of 0.08% or higher. This means that a person with a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or higher can be arrested if they are pulled over. The blood alcohol level is typically tested with a breathalyzer. The consequences are very harsh if you are caught drinking under the influence of alcohol. A first-time offender automatically loses their license for 120 days. A repeat offender can be detained in prison for up to 120 days. Most cases for the offender result in about $10,000 of legal fees and fines. If a person is driving drunk and kills someone, they will be prosecuted for homicide and sent to jail to serve their sentence. Well, now that you know the consequences for drinking and driving, I will tell you a few simple solutions to avoid them. There are many ways to avoid drinking and driving while intoxicated. There is always another way for you to get home after you have had too much to drink. The first solution would be to not drink so much when you are drinking. A second solution would be to make the decision before you go out to drink that you should always have a designated driver to take you home. There are an endless amount of taxis and Uber drivers who are available to call as well. It is better to call someone to pick you up than it is to drive home drunk, no matter what the situation is. In conclusion, I hope you have received my message that you should not drink and drive. Driving intoxicated is not safe, no matter what anyone tells you. If you are in an accident while drinking and driving, it affects everyone, and not just you. Don't be that person that injures themselves or someone else because you chose to drive home after you've had too much to drink. The consequences greatly outweigh the choice of drinking and driving. Remember, there is no good reason to drink and drive, and that is why I bid you to take my advice and not do it. Nobody wants to end up like that man on the commercial saying he killed somebody because he drove drunk. Thank you.